Hi, this is Mary Jane Padilla. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I would like to talk about choosing to be a victor. One of our greatest enemies in achieving our dreams is fear. I was 29 years old when I was scared to become an old maid. So I took the risk. I went online and the father of my children found me there. We chatted for a year, and after a year, we decided to get married. During the time, it was the SARS virus, and his family didn't want him to go to the Philippines because they don't want him to be exposed to the virus. And so he still insisted to come over from Canada to the Philippines. So we got married, and after 6 months, I followed him here in Canada. It was December winter time when I came. It was cold and it was in Fort McMurray. So it's really super cold there because it's at the north side and it's kind of remote place during the time. Now it's fully developed. So I was okay because I believe that he will take care of me, and even though I don't have any family members there, my families here in Canada were in Vancouver and in Calgary, which is quite really far from where I was. So it was okay. On my first month, it was really depressing because aside from the weather, it was hard for me to get a job. Even though I am a registered nurse in the Philippines, I had a good job as a sales secretary in an industrial trading company. I keep submitting my resume day after day to different kind of nursing homes in the hospital. I even applied to the lowest position and nobody's calling me. So then I decided to uh, eat my pride because like I never wanted to work as a frontline in the cashier or like McDonald's or Jollibee, but I have no choice but to accept it just to start um, a work experience here in Canada. So I worked in a superstore, and during that time, I met Filipinos, and while I'm working on the groceries, they would chat at me and they would say it's like I am so brave that I came over married to a Canadian and I don't have any relatives at all. So I just smiled at them. And then some people think of me as a male bride order male order bride, and so it's gonna hurt a little bit to be called as a mail order bride because I'm not. But I did prove to them that I am not like that person. So my income in Superstore as a cashier is not enough because it was very expensive there. So I went to look for another job, an extra job, which is custodian, housekeeping, and another job that I never imagined myself doing it because like I'm always shy, and I really didn't want to clean up toilets. But that was my first jobs here in Canada. I got into the biggest oil company there in Fort McMurray, and I cleaned up the washrooms of the camps. So imagine that how many toilets, a long toilet balls for men's camp. So I was crying every time I go clean, but I said to myself, it's okay, this is just temporary. And I made it. And after a while, there was a Filipina in the hospital who encourages me and pushed me to keep on sending my resume. And I listened to her, and I'm so thankful um, to her because, like, finally, the hospital hired me as a unit clerk. After 3 months, I was offered by my friend. I found a friend there in Fort McMurray to move with them here in Edmonton. And so since I don't know anybody here in Edmonton, I said yes because I like them. And during the time when we were moving, Rod was already uh, traveling from Fort McMurray to the US. So I was alone all the time. So it was okay for me to accept their offer. So I rented in their place. While Rod is gone, I was taking the bus, looking for job every day. And finally, I wasn't a housekeeper anymore or a cashier, but I was given a job as a receptionist and an admin assistant in a nursing home. And during that time, I found that I was pregnant with my firstborn baby. And so it was good working as a receptionist and admin assistant. Then, after a year, when my son was uh, okay already for me to go back to work, I sponsored my parents to come and help us. And so they came over and I stepped up to another job working as a personal care, a support care worker in one of the assisted livings. And so then after 1 year, I got pregnant again. And while I was pregnant, I was studying, upgrading my course. I was doing my refresher course as a nurse because like I didn't have an experience for 12 years back home, and here they required us to have that refresher course. So I did a distance program. I was studying online. I go to the library, and at the same time, I was working full time to support my um, course. And lucky and blessed that after finishing up my distance program, I was able to get into the hospital right away. And blessed also that I passed the exam right away. So then now I became a registered nurse here in Canada. I was nervous, I was scared because I never had a work experience as a nurse back in the Philippines because during that time we were overpopulated. We were 25,000 nurses when I graduated. So most of us ended up working into the sales force. So working here as in a foreign land, and it was also a challenge. I was scared, but I have to fight my fear. I have to conquer my fear. And so good. I was able to work in the hospital for about 10 years. It was heavy there. And then I cannot take the job there anymore because like, it was very heavy in the medicine department. At the same time, I'm half struggling with my children and with Rod being away from home all the time as if like I was working like a single mom during that time because like he's always out of town. At the same time, I'm still working full time. And so it was, and also I was having the fibromyalgia attack, and so my health cannot accommodate that stress anymore. So I was blessed that I was able to find a very good job, which is as a teletriage nurse. And since then, I like my job. I stayed there until now. And at first, I was also depressed as a teletriage nurse because, like, it is a different kind of nursing. It is very, very uh, critical. And I was happy because there was no more physical stress and no other stress with people because we are just on the phone. But still, I conquered my fear doing that this job that what I have right now because in that this kind of job, we don't know what kind of calls we're getting. We don't know what kind of people we're getting. There are different callers, difficult callers. So, but with God's help, I was able to make it. I'm still there, and I'm enjoying my job now. While going through all this, I was been struggling with my marriage, and I went through divorce 2 times, but wasn't successful. Lots of separations, it wasn't successful. I was scared of having a broken family. I never wanted to have a broken family. I did not dream of having one. But I tried my best to save it and fight it. I'm sorry. But like I said, I have to conquer my fear. So finally, I became strong and going straight forward. Sorry. To uh, be firm and accept that we cannot reach our dream. I cannot reach my dream if I will keep the marriage. I'm sorry. I thought I'm over. I was so happy for the past months that I did not cry as I used to. But now here I am. I'm okay. Yeah, so it's a year now that we're separated, and I stayed strong. I was able to keep to everybody of what's going on in my life. I always show them that I am happy with my children. We're always happy. Nobody knew what was going on until I think last month when I started doing this YouTube channel, when I announced that like I am separated, I am a single mom, and yes, I am a single mom now, and I am happy. I'm happy with my children, and I told them, I talked to them, they're aware, they know that it's okay to have a broken family, and we will make a difference because uh, we will try our best to make make it different from other broken families, that despite of uh, the broken family, we are still happy, we are contented, and we will try our best to be a model. It's a broken family, but we don't have any anger. We're not angry, no hatred, but love. It was just the pain. But I think I'm so sorry. I think I was really over with this one, but now okay. Yeah, going through that separation, and I tried my best to stay strong. I invested lots. I went into different kind of businesses. I tried online business and other. I went to another business. I think this year I went into four businesses, and I wasn't successful at all, but I'm not regretful because I gained so much with these companies that I went to. I learned a lot. There's lots of growth and development, and yes, like I said, I'm not regretful um, that I did not make any money in them. But now, um, I was also a victim of. I was also scammed this year. But with all these failures and difficult times, let it. I did not let them ruin my life. I am moving forward, and staying strong with God's help. And I offered and surrendered everything to our Lord. That's why, despite of all those things that's happening to with me, with the pandemic, am still happy, and my boys are happy, as if we're not missing anything. We are enjoying our life. So with this new investment that I'm doing, I am very happy and thankful that finally I made money with this passive income, and I found business partners that are so trusting to me. We're working together that we would help each other to make a difference, help those people who are struggling right now, finding means to make extra income to support their daily needs. So I encourage you that no matter what happens in your life, it could be sour or difficult, uh, don't choose that as a reason to uh, stay stagnant, but use that as your uh, strength to become positive and move forward, and don't keep those fears, or don't let your fears keep you from achieving your dreams, and uh, don't be a victim of all these sufferings or difficulties or uh, fears that you have, but choose to be a victor. And so, my strength with all of this is, my secret is surrendering my worries, my frustrations to the Lord. I know He is for me, He is for us, He's taking care of us. Like He said, He will never forsake us and He'll never leave us. He is with us all the time. For as long as you accept Him, keep Him in your heart, like I did and I do. So I'm so thankful that He is there always for us. Just always remember to thank Him for every blessing that you receive, and you will feel good. You will have that happiness. You have that joy and peace, like what I have. And I'm sorry, it's just that I became so emotional today. But yeah, I'm thankful for all of you for giving um, taking the time to watch me. And I'm hoping that you would be inspired, especially the single moms there. Um, just stay positive and hang on to God. Uh, Love yourself and love your children and love other people despite of the difficulties that you're going through. Try to be kind and be a blessing to everyone as you help and become a blessing to other people. You will be blessed too. So take care. Again, Mary Jane Padilla cares. I love you, and uh, have a wonderful day again. Till next video.